Welcome back, everyone, to Third Street Reactions. I'm Shane.
I'm Zach.
And we're back with Samurai Jack. And we are now on episode whatever, Jack and the Lava Monster.
Okay.
The last episode we covered was...
We had some turncoats.
Jack Under the Sea.
Yep, we had some...
Mark Hamill was one of them.
Yeah, and I love that man, but they...
How does that make you feel deep inside?
That
in the Star Wars of your soul.
Oh, it's a roll. I guess, you know what I mean?
That's how it is for any of these people when you're always like, I hate turncoats.
Well, I know, but I don't... Unlike you, I don't hate the actor. And, like, I see him in something else. Like, I just can't get past this one thing I saw him in.
It just depends on the actor. Sometimes I can get over it.
Yeah, that's like... I mean, but just by saying that, like, you're saying that sometimes you can't. You know?
That's true. Sometimes it takes some effort.
Now, you'll see someone in something great and you go... You know, I admit, like, when I see someone in something great... I might seek them out, okay? Like I did, but when I see someone something bad, I don't go, you know what? I just can't stand that guy. You know what I mean?
I've been proven wrong.
Okay, so Jack went under the sea. These fish people told him that, hey, we have a way for you to travel back in time, and they made him put him in this little freaking big, huge fish bowl.
Yeah,
and it basically
sucked his hands. And
it was disgusting. And then he was going to get drowned by Aku.
Yep.
Yeah.
And slowly.
Yeah.
But then they fought Aku because he wasn't going to honor his promise.
Yeah.
And they were able to, with Jack's help, repel Aku.
Yeah.
As circumstances unfolded, Aku unwittingly broke their city free from its bondage deep under the sea.
Yep.
So they got their wish anyway.
They did.
And Mark Hamill was redeemed.
He was redeemed, and you know what?
Well, that was the lesson of that episode.
Yeah, that was that by itself.
Mark Hamill's redemption.
I'm glad that Jack is such a nice guy because he could just slaughter them all after.
He's a very humble man.
He is. He's a good guy.
He's no Oda. What is it? Nobunaga, I think, was the first of the Japanese unifiers that would have just fucking butchered people, destroy all of his enemies.
I can't remember, but it just.
Oda.
Noranaga wasn't in the Turtles 3, Turtles in Time. Noranaga.
I think it's Oda. It could be. I might be butchering it.
Okay.
But I just know he was one of the first Japanese unifiers. Which is a really cool story in history. So.
Yeah, the Japanese samurai that we know and love, I think, in the West, and it's romanticized, that was on the very tail end of the Japanese saga.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of those things were true, but it was literally the tail end last couple of years.
After a certain point, they weren't out there fighting in wars all the time. They became more of a ceremonial samurai. Mm-hmm. But they still practice the art of the samurai in everyday life.
Yeah.
With calligraphy and things like that, I think. But
yes.
Their dedication.
Yeah. So. But other than that, maybe we should start.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Imagine if you're on a hill and just watching this guy run through the trees with a sword out.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
Such a nice shot. Looks like something I wouldn't want to get caught in.
That's the prow of the ship.
Okay.
Like you ornamented.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever the fuck.
Surely he takes me for a fool to follow deeper into his trap.
Maybe you have to. Sean Connery could do it. He timed it.
Mm-hmm. It's like the rock. Long ago, a distant land.
Yep.
I, Sean Connery, the Scottish master of the screen, unleashed an unspeakable performance. He's from Dimension X.
Really? Is it?
The Rock Soldiers, man, come on.
Oh.
You're fucking... You're dropping the ball tonight.
Why have you done this?
My purpose is to battle.
You're killing them most of the time before they get there.
I know. sounds like a transformer.
He does a little bit.
I will not fight you, monster.
I shall not be denied!
Oh, that sucks. I thought I was gonna freeze him.
Strike me down if you must, but I will not fight.
Let me take thee on a journey into the past. The only entry into Valhalla is to fall in combat to another warrior.
Says all that, huh?
That's a lot.
Do not worry. I have only begun to fight.
That's pretty awesome.
After all these years, my freedom has arrived. Accursed monster! Your spell is broken! I am free! The curse is lifted.
Diamando.
The Valkyries.
Yep.
Hot blonde chicks on horses.
I was gonna say, what do we see his wife and kid in the clouds somewhere? There's two kids.
Right
there.
now, we got hot blonde chicks on horses.
Yeah.
Stairway to heaven, baby.
That's right.
With Madonna cones on their nipples.
Interestingly, a lot of Vikings did dye their hair to match the beauty standards of the day, which was blonde.
So they're actually just a bunch of fucking
I mean, there's
brown
a lot.
haired.
There's a mix.
It's just funny that it's just. We'll get to that.
Yeah. Dude, that's cool though. Good for him, man. Hell yeah, baby. Free. In English too. Good. That's great.
Well, they said the runes probably say something else.
Yeah.
Unless those specific letters were spelled the same way as that word. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the basis of our word for it. Thor and Odin and Loki and I can't remember the woman's name. Maybe that blue guy.
It does look like Anthony Hopkins. I mean, that might have been the best episodes I've seen thus far.
That episode, maybe just my mood today, but I actually got the tingly feeling.
It was damn good.
Not in my cock. I'm talking about just when you get that feeling.
No, I get you, man. You have these two fucking
The
great
man,
warriors.
when he says prepare yourself.
Yeah.
It's
good shit. No, this
was.
and the art drew me in immediately, like it always does.
It always does.
Even
The brush work for the fields.
Mm-hmm.
When he's walking in the beginning and you hear the insects and
And
shit.
he's not Tartakovsky. He's not afraid to take his time in a setting.
No, he's not.
And you know, it's interesting. I kept thinking, like, I imagine with this type of show, like, it's probably really hard to. He has these ideas, and you got to put them down for 20. You got to scale them down to 22 minutes sometimes. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
And you know,
Maybe he's a master of his craft.
maybe.
He writes it all down and he says, it is exactly 22 minutes.
maybe.
And they put it all out and it's just, holy shit, it is.
No, you might be right.
I don't know.
There's no. I don't ever see like for me when I watch it, I just want more.
Yeah, absolutely.
This episode in particular, like it could like be a movie of something. Almost.
Well, they made it an epic story. Mm-hmm. Which the fight reminded me of a lot of things. I mean, just his journey through this volcano and the dungeon, this labyrinth that this man has spent eons creating, and he's just stuck there all by himself thinking, he's like, so I created this giant trap.
Yeah.
To, it's got spikes and it's got spears and it's got these little darty things that come out at you. Like, imagine sitting there just thinking of all this shit over the years.
To me, I guess I make sense of it as like only someone who's worthy to fight.
Yeah, in the dramatic sense. But I'm talking about like a guy who's just got too much time on his hands and he's just him. But it reminded me of a Zelda dungeon.
It definitely did.
In a lot of ways.
It definitely did.
With the gas blowing out of the walls, the hot air.
Yep.
Definitely.
Like you're going to like Death Mountain or something.
Death Mountain, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the fight between him and this guy, the lava monster.
Yeah.
On the big round rock.
Yeah.
In the middle of the lava reminded me of Twilight Princess. Did you play that game all the way through?
Not all the way through.
Did you make it to Death Mountain?
I can't remember. It's been years. I just remember loving it.
You have to fight a Goron.
Every time I went to Twilight Zone, it annoyed me.
Well, do you know that you have to learn how to sumo wrestle?
I remember that. And
then
like,
you sumo wrestle the Gorons to be able to have access to the temple.
Okay, then I do remember. I did go
there.
Well,
when you go there,
you
the
get
boss,
2 hook shots there,
he's
right?
either the boss or he's the, the mini boss?
Yeah.
He's this humongous fucking Goron that's guarding this place, and you have to fight with him on this big platform that rocks. And you have to sumo wrestle with him.
I don't know if I remember doing that.
Well,
yeah,
you do, and that's what that fight reminded me of.
Do you get 2 hook shots there?
I think so, but I don't remember.
Well, I remember doing that there.
It would make sense, but I don't remember.
Okay. To me, I think might have been the best episode I've watched. Although the first one was so good as well.
Well, I took a lot away from this episode.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that you didn't get the Trag and Granitor reference. The Dimension X Ninja Turtle reference. I'm dropping Ninja Turtle reference.
Granitor?
Pretty sure it was Granitor, wasn't it?
It
was Commander Trag was definitely
I remember Commander Trag.
Well, Granitor might be from the 2012 series, and maybe they just added him. But I know that didn't they name more than one rock soldier in the old show?
I only remember Trag, and I'm not even quite sure they said his name too much.
But we know it's Commander Trag.
It's kind of like they never say Ewok ever in the movies.
But you know it's an Ewok.
Yes.
You know it's Commander Trag.
Yeah.
Well, Trag and Granitor were in the 2012 series, and they look a little bit like that guy, not to that extent. But they're big, tall rock guys with lava veins, things all over their fucking body.
He looked really cool, and just the setting and.
He sounded like Darth Vader when there were a couple moments.
/ Optimus too. I felt like
he did when he first gets hurt.
Yeah,
he's laying there. He's like, "Yes." That reminded me of Gray Fox from Metal Gear Solid. Hurt me more.
I just replayed that too. Yeah, I didn't connect it, but you're right.
And another part, he gets hurt, and he's like, "Ah!" It reminds me of Vader on Bespin.
Yeah,
when he gets his shoulder cut.
Yeah,
he's like, "Ah!" He fucking
They had this visual artistic flashback in this art, and they told it in this artistic way. It really reminded me of Harry Potter Book 7, or you can watch the movie, and I think it's also in
Deathly Hallows.
The Deathly Hallows.
Yeah.
So when J.K. Rowling writes in the book, I remember thinking, how the hell are they going to do this in a movie? They did it very well. They just literally had this almost like, it just reminded me of it. It was beautifully done.
The guy that plays the lava monster's voice is named Richard McGonagall. So that's kind of funny. Yeah. Professor McGonagall. But he was also a voice actor in Snake Eater.
Really?
He was a voice actor in Avatar The Last Airbender. And he was also a voice actor in Star Wars The Clone Wars.
What's his name?
Richard McGonagall. I just said it.
Oh, yes, I should.
So, don't cut that out. Don't let him crawfish out of this.
I've never heard of that name.
Okay, well, he's out there.
Okay, well, damn.
Just like the X-Files, the truth is out there.
That show's scared the hell out of me. I couldn't watch it.
The intro alone, when I was a kid, it freaked me out. Now I'm watching Everybody's Fucking in a UFO by Rob Zombie down there with aliens with schlongs, and it's freaking you out. But
yeah, it is. Not in the same way.
I get that it's Rob Zombie.
I'm not going to get nightmares with that, though. And I kind of like how they never mentioned Aku's name, but we know it's Aku. And Jack might or might not know it's Aku. I imagine he infers it. It's inferred as Aku.
Yeah.
But, it's just a terrible evil.
I like how the Viking, how he looks after he's freed from his rock form. Yeah. Reminds me of kind of He-Man. And he also reminds me of, I don't remember the actor's name off the top of my head, but he played Bulvi in The 13th Warrior.
Never seen The 13th Warrior. Andrew Huss gave me the DVD. Also, kind of rewinding a little bit, when he was infiltrating this mountain area, when he was just infiltrating was awesome. When he was blocking, he had those when he had those 2 shields, he was running through there. That was awesome. And like you said, when he got restored as a Viking, it kind of reminded me of and I think the animated one's better. When the Beast turns back into a man,
Yeah.
and it's like this just beautiful long-haired guy.
So you cried your heart out in Beauty and the Beast, huh?
No, but I was very engaged, very captivated. It was kind of a like my cousins were all girls growing up, for the most part, the ones I hung out with, and they loved it, and I liked other stuff. I really loved that, like the music when he just the light shines, everything like that. It fucked it up in the live action, even though the live action's good.
When he's getting carried away by the Valkyries at the end.
Yeah.
You got that look.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
Some hot babes carrying him out into the fucking heavens.
So one thing we mentioned, so they weren't all blonde hair, blue eyed. They had some genetic diversity.
So the Nazis got it wrong. But they feel stupid.
Did they think all the Vikings were blonde hair, blue eyed?
There was the Aryan superiority shit, blonde hair, blue eye, which is funny because they fucking.
Well, we know blonde hair, blue eyed people evolved in Scandinavia, like, I don't know, 6,500 years ago.
Recessive traits.
Yeah. So that's where it's from, but they took slaves in from other cultures and other things mixed into them. And because of trade, people took wives or stuff like that. So there was some genetic diversity.
So the Nazis got it right, is what you're saying.
I don't know if they were right.
So you're saying you agree with Nazis?
That's what I'm saying. You got me. I'm a Filipino Nazi man.
I know, it's fucked up. It's like people that are bitching about our logo. Said it looked like a Schustaffel logo.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, the fucking guy, the face of the channel is Filipino. What the hell's wrong with you people?
It was interesting because I feel like you'd have to really reach to make that comparison.
It was just funny. It's ridiculous.
What's interesting is, so there was a study published just on a few bones that because of these few bones, we have determined that the majority of them might have been brunettes. Okay, we do know that they dyed their hair blonde to match the beauty standards of the day, but there's been other studies refuting. No, they were.
So what is a brunette to you?
Someone with
brown hair. Yeah.
Okay. So
some people refer to brunettes as like dark hair, dark hair.
I don't think. I think you're a brunette. I don't know what I am. I think I have black hair, I guess, but I've been told it's not black. It's very dark brown. So.
Very, very dark brown.
Yeah, it's very dark.
What does that remind you of?
A little too rough. I don't know. The Turtles do. I love the story. I love that. He died. He died the way he wanted. He died how he lived.
It's a Lego movie,
but not how he lived the past few. I haven't seen it.
Jesus,
I don't know. I don't got too much else to say. I just loved this freaking episode.
This is a really good episode.
Yeah.
And the next one's gonna be better.
Better, really.
Just because that's my favorite character.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just would
love. I'm assuming this is episode 10 then.
Okay, so you're.
Billy slapped a reference into one of my title cards. Is it episode 11 yet? Episode 11 is the one I'm waiting on.
Oh, really?
The fucking Scotsman's coming on. With,
okay.
With
and you
John DiMaggio.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Marcus Phoenix.
He's fucking awesome as a Scotsman.
Yeah. We were talking about his most iconic role. I said it was Marcus Phoenix, and you said it was Scotsman.
Yeah, Scotsman.
But we kind of forgot, like, Futurama. That's probably what he's...
Bender.
He's probably most known for that, right?
I tried watching that again, and maybe I just need to dedicate more time to it.
Yeah.
But after seeing Rick and Morty...
Yeah.
And the pace change from cartoons then to adult animation now.
Yeah.
It's hard to... It's very hard to...
The Simpsons, I feel that way a little bit when I watch it as well. Yeah. Even though I love The Simpsons.
I grew up on The Simpsons.
Yeah, and I love it, but it is slower paced.
Beavis and Butthead and King of the Hill.
Yeah, King of the Hill is still very watchable for me.
It's very much so. It's almost relatable because it's a small town environment. And we're from a small town. Why am I wearing the hat?
Well, I remember what's his name? What's her name?
Luann.
Yeah, Luann.
For God's sake, get some clothes on.
Yeah, she was there for God and everyone else to see everything. God and the world.
Bobby, how do you get an F in English? You speak English.
Guys, that's all we got, I think, right?
Yeah, adios.
Guys, thank you so much for watching this reaction. Love this show. If you like us and you want to support us, just go back and watch our other stuff. Like and subscribe. Like this video. Leave a comment down below.
Like and subscribe.
Both. In that order. Not the other way around.
Or don't.